Hey y'all! How's everybody doing? Well, I have got to put my face on. I got a function to go to. But before I do anything, I need to see how my little southern subbies are doing. Y'all aren't littles, you're grown-ups. Well, some of you are not grown-ups. Some of you are young ladies. And I'm thankful for you too, especially. Please ignore my nails. Y'all. Okay, so I had on the mint green, then I put, that was candy apple mint from Essie. Then I used Bikini Sotini on top of that. And then I used not a JOUER. What is the name of my favorite fingernail polish? Latin? No. Anyway, it doesn't matter because you can't get it anymore, but it's from Chanel. I wore that the longest. That's the one. I've heard that Miss Piggy's Big Number by OPI is a very good color match, and I have it. It's not exactly the same, but it is a good color match. Not the same texture. But anyway, and then I realized I had blue nails, and I was supposed to be wearing like Mexican colors because we were having this big Mexican feast for my boss for her anniversary. And so I thought, well, that's green, white, and red. And I have on blue. So I put on red over the blue. And y'all, it kind of has a blue undertone to it, not bright enough red. But anyway, it worked. And so now I need to get some fingernail polish remover and remove all these polishes. And guess what will be underneath? French white, because these are gel nails, so you can paint over them. But when you take the paint off, the acetone actually resets the, that's what they do to set gel nails, is acetone. After they, put them on a little light, shake and bake it. Anyway, alright. I really need some coffee today. It's so funny I say that. It's just the comfort, warmth, and taste because this is decaf. Can you tell? I'm hot. I don't need decaf. I mean caffeine. Let's get started. My face is killing me too. Alright. Y'all are going to be so excited I'm going to quit using this baby size. Because as soon as I do this video, I'm going up to CVS to return something, and I'm going to get my full size of this oil of Olay Total Effects 7-in-1 Anti-Aging Moisturizer. Y'all, these names just get too long. It's their moisturizer, 7-in-1. So I'm going to get the big size. I do like that little size. I only use that much. And I transfer it to each finger on either side. See, like that? Then I rub them together. This emulsifies, is what I've been told. It warms it up. It makes it, for one thing, it sure makes it go further. And I always take one hand and just do right across here because I got those wrinkles between the brow and there, and we'll go spreading that out. I'll go ahead and spread it out to the temples because over here it needs it too. And then I go back, get them nice and greased up, and just, just make my face happy. I've already put on my L'Oreal Youth Code serum, and I am going to get that. I think it's called Youth Code Renewal. I have to go look. But I have been enjoying that too, y'all. So, anyway. Alright, so, and when you rub it in, it gets your circulation going. You know how you know? Your face gets red. Get the doggy dog here, and put them in the cheese here, and the smokers there. I know, when you're like, Beth, do you smoke? No, I don't. But that's what they used to call when I was growing up. It was called smoker's wrinkles, because you go like that and this would get wrinkled. Could be kissing wrinkles. That's what it was for me. Alright, so I got my new box of Perfection Lumiere Velvet from Chanel. And I'm getting a revolving order from Blue Mercury in Charleston. They don't charge me shipping. Chanel charged me shipping. And so, and they're going to keep it on a revolving order for me. So I thought that was so sweet. Alright, so I have cleaned my new JACLYN Hill Morphe brushes, and I'm going to be using them today. This is an M439. It is obviously a makeup buffing brush. And so here goes nothing. I'm just kidding. So I do like a little circle like that. That's about how much I use. And I start on either side of the face and go up to where, I always go straight up to the age spot, y'all, and then come down like a little stripe. Straight up. Make sure I get those age spots. And a little stripe down. And then definitely make sure you get the nose good. The nose is the center of your face, so make sure you get that done good. Would you please? Thank you. Alright, and I just do up and down motions first, just to get it all, get my coverage first. up and down the nose, around, especially the little corners, on your eye corners, your nose corners. Just go over it a few times, make sure it's good and in there. Then I swirl it in. That's what they call buffing it. And I make sure I get right at the hairline. I do not go under my eyes at all. Not at all. And what this swirling is, yes, it is getting it into your pores real good, but it's also just blurring the lines. Make sure you didn't give yourself any lines, and then whatever's left over goes to my my forehead. I don't like to put a lot on there. And drop your jaw and make sure you don't get a line. Okay? And then I just kind of punch it like that. And that's why this is a good brush for that. Why? Because this actually, this particular makeup is liquid to powder. Yeah. What else do I always have handy? My favorite. Get a billion of these. You will love it. Neutrogena Makeup Remover Cleansing Towelettes Makeup Wipes. And this is the one is in blue, and it says Ultra Soft Cloths for your face. And it's 25 pre-moistened towelettes, and it says even waterproof mascara. And it's true. You do have to work it a little, like go over the eyelashes a little bit more. But I always want to have one of these handy, and also a towel, which I didn't bring in here. Because these are moist. So once you clean your hands, just make sure that there's no makeup on them. After I just did that little makeup job, now my hands are wet. So what do? You get out a tissue. Well, tissues are not made for that kind of wetness. Remember, they're made for out of your nosy. let's don't go there. Okay, but anyway, let's go on. So, first of all, I need to put on some lips. Oh, by the way that I'm getting these is out of the little. I do like that you can just lay this in here, but I did have to remove some of my other brushes because you can get so many in there. It's difficult, you know. Instead of helpful, it's difficult. So I'm going to put on my Chanel, lip intense. You know, it's called Double Intense. And I'm like, okay, what's the regular name? And it says Ultra Lip Wear underneath. So I don't know which one it's actually called. But it looks like this. It's got gloss on one end and the color on the other. And it is soft rose, my favorite color. People ask all the time, what is that color? Why? Because it just goes with anything. It's kind of rose. But sometimes it gets more of a red tone. And sometimes it gets a pink tone. My mirror is kind of far away. And sometimes it even gets a rust tone. The important thing about it is, if you'll notice, I'm careful putting it on. It's on. When it's on, it's on. Let me get a little mirror. And then I kind of go down past my lip just a little bit. You don't want to overdo that, or you'll look like you got your mommy's makeup on, or you're the Joker from Batman. So don't overdo the overline. Now, some people do. And it looks good on them. It don't look good on me like that. I don't think it looks good on many people with thin lips. And if you want to be one of those people who goes and fattens up your lips with injections, go ahead, if that's what you want to do. I had no idea if it's good for you or not. Y'all, before you do any enhancements to yourself, two things. Remember, God made you the way you are. Like, I hate my nose. But that is my daddy's nose. And it is the way God made me. Would I do a nose job in a heartbeat? And say, sorry God, no. I don't like it. Oh, that's not very nice to say to God. Or my daddy. Anyway, I don't judge people who have work done on their face, because if something it really bothers you, the only thing is ask yourself, why? Why is it bothering you? Because we're never going to be perfect. Who's that lady that tried to be Barbie and she did everything, y'all, and it's so sad. It really is so sad. She was awful. Because they did so many jobs on her face, nose job, eyes job. They did so many that they messed her face up. But she feels she looks like Barbie and she thinks she's happy. And I'm like, okay, well, it's your face. Sad to me. Okay. I need some blush. And we know I have some present. I think I will go back to using, where is it? I'm going to use, I showed y'all this a few weeks ago. This is the Milani powder brush. It's very affordable. This is color Romantic Rose number 1. Y'all want to see that. And it's a pretty rose. It's an actual rose. You almost hate using it because you're going to, you know, eventually use this down to where you can't see the rose anymore. And I'm going to use the R10 Morphe brush with a little hair coming out. And I just dab it in about that much. And I will tap it off. I don't think it has a lot of fallout. That's just probably just habit. And I'm going on the upper part of the cheek, and I'm going straight down because the way my face is made. See how that works on me? I go straight down. Like that. And then I twirl it around on the back side of the cheek. And people call it the apples. Okay. And straight down. And the fact that I've only got on one side, that as I go down, up, this side kind of wipes some of it off as I do that. Just kind of helping you make sure you don't overdo it. I always overdo it though. Then go to the hairline a little bit. Come down on the temple a little bit. I'm actually using this a little bit as a contour into my nose because, again, I think my nose is too big for my face. And so is my chin. It's okay. Wake up makeup. And on days that I don't do this, I'm okay. I mean, it's just the way I'm made, you know. I accept it and I don't accept it, you know. I don't really like it. But, you know, especially when you see some of these people like Dominique Sanchez. Who made that woman? Now, she has, and she's very honest that she has had a lot of work done. Like, she's had lip injections, she's had other things done, but she looks amazing, and she is on the news. And so I would imagine if you're on the news, you've got to be sure that you look just right. No, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to use this just to get a little, instead of this big bronzer brush, unless you just have a great tan and a big pan. This is beautiful. This is the Morphe E41. It's almost identical to my Marc Jacobs, the bronze brush, which I rarely use because it's just too big. I mean, maybe